The end of year promises a bit of extra time for most of us, but also offers a combination of celebrations and real-life events that can also make time limited, so probably like most of you, I did my best to balance both, getting through the games the holidays would let me while still connecting with family and friends. Portable games were the most useful for this in all their forms, but thanks to a shorter runtime, I did also manage to get through a console game, adding another to what I finished last year to make it a little more respectable, with a ton of exploration fun to remind me of the joy of console games. The new year has hit, so as we look forward to all the fun things to come, here are the JRPGs I played in December. Despite its imperfections, I have fond time with my memories of the first Fairy Tail game, so when the new one released in December, I absolutely had to try it. I'm so glad I did, as it ended up being a good cherry on top of a pretty good year. To my surprise, it reminded me of the exploration I loved in Atelier Resleriana 3 in a lot of ways. I kept finding myself running off in the distance to find little things like clues or king bosses, all while getting to know the characters I liked. It was overall smoother with a smarter and newer coat of Gus paint, so it was really easy to love as a usual fan of Gus games, and as someone excited to learn more about the Fairy Tail series, which I left feeling even more. My review of the game is already up if you want to know more about it, and ultimately, I'm glad it was the experience I finished my year with, as there's nothing like good exploration in a Gus world to remind me of the things I'm looking forward to in the next. While I didn't hit my high hopes of finishing Trails to Azure in December, I did still get a decent 5 hours more in, progressing deeper into its third chapter, where I enjoyed more story, dungeons, and combat as I continued to get invested in its world. In fact, before Fairy Tail 2 came out, I was happy to get some couch time with it, playing it at home just a little on the big screen, and was happy to enjoy it in that atmosphere too. The combat is still fun, I love finding its treasure chests, and the slowly unfolding story that makes it oddly easy to come back to in between games. Although I would have loved to finish it, I'm not at all mad to bring it with me into 2025. Maybe if I keep doing 5 hours-ish a month, I had written I thought I'd maybe be able to finish it before the next Trails release, but that is coming much sooner than expected, so maybe not, but I'll do my best. In any case, it's a big game I'm happy to be getting through, and think I can say with confidence I'll finish the Crossbell arc this year, even if it took me a bit over 2 years. But I love this Trails series and Falcom enough to keep enjoying their games, so while December wasn't a total success for my Azure time, it was still fun, and I'm looking forward to more proper successes with my time with the series this year. My time with Atelier Resleriana was a little up and down in December, not because of it for once, but because I was focused on other things, although I was happy to have it around in the latter half of the month for how easy it is to jump into between holiday activities. I started the month on the English server on both a good and bad foot with it. Good in the way that I completed more story, but bad in that I botched my English playthrough of the Atelier summer event. I'd forgotten I needed to develop the beach house sooner rather than later, as it relied on time to gather resources, so coming in on the final day to quickly wrap things up just didn't work, and I couldn't get all the recipes for that, being the first time I've missed any so far. I still have access to the items on the Japanese server though, so I'm not too worried, and was almost a little proud of my console focus, as I really wasn't bothered by missing these, as I don't have the units that would appreciate them anyway. On a better note, I did get through some more story. I finished chapter 13 finally, and I'm getting through 14 now, although I have met a small bump along the way in terms of one boss pair being harder than expected, so I'm currently using event rewards to help me get the edge I need. This meant in December and now I've been spending most of my res time in the English server, although I did manage to keep up with the Japanese events and got myself 2024's Christmas Yuna through sheer luck, which was nice. There was an abundance of chapter drops during December that usually would mean I'd give a day to res to try catch up with the story each time, but with Fairy Tail 2 and holiday activities, I ended up leaving these days till the end of December to mostly do passively and probably didn't get as far as I could have in a less socially busy month. I did, however, appreciate it for the lulls in holiday days, which is really what smartphone games are for, and I hope the progress I made in developing my builds will help me continue as the story drops continue this year. The recent adjustable difficulty drop in English should help me with this though, so I hope to have good things to report soon, but as said frequently these days, my top priority is continuing with console games, and this won't change this year, so while I'll keep playing res, what I'm most excited for are the experiences coming to the gaming big screen this year. January 2025 has begun, and while I have games I'm playing on the side, in terms of main games, I'm pretty free at the moment as I focus on content for a bit, but only until new releases stop piling in, as I definitely have a thing or two I want to play. Aside from a bunch of res events expiring early this month and demanding a little attention, the first thing I'm waiting for is the remaster of Freedom Wars, a Vita game I really loved when this channel was just a blog. It was in my Game of the Year list for 2014, and is something I've been wanting to play again, so this re-release will be a good reason to indulge and refresh my memory on what was a great game and to hopefully review it properly for the first time. There are a few other things coming in January, I just maybe don't feel quite as strong about them as I do Freedom Wars. A little before that will be Ys Memoire, which would help me expand my Ys knowledge, and a great way to improve my Tales of knowledge. Tales of Grace's F Remaster will come on the 14th that I probably should play as I've been eyeing off Grace's for a long time. I'll also likely leave it alone if I'm still playing Freedom Wars when it comes. Finally, Phantom Brave the Lost Hero comes out on the 30th and looks cute and fun, although is a title I would walk, not run to try, and I suspect that won't change unless it crosses my path in another way. One thing for sure is that the new year certainly isn't starting small, and there's likely something for everyone to play as the year begins. I wish you all a happy new year as another fun year of games gets ready to get going. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below what you played in December and what you plan to play this month. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on X, Facebook, and Instagram, all at JRPG Jungle. Links to those will be in the description below, and until next time, thank you, bye!